What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the 04 Honda Accord again. Got a couple motor mounts to install, the front one and the passenger side as well. So let's get into the install. Before we get into the install, the symptoms I was having was some vibrations, and when you hit the throttle it would clunk or pop. So that's how I knew the motor was moving. When it was under load, it would move a lot and pop and clunk. And I looked down in there with a flashlight, and the front and the side motor mount are just trashed. They're just destroyed. First things first, we want to take the power steering reservoir off that hook right there. Just pull up and move it to the side, and that will give you access to the passenger side engine mount. You want to support the motor with a piece of 2x4 with a jack just on the oil pan. You don't want to go crazy and lift it up, just enough to support it so we can replace that engine mount. Now that you have the engine supported, it's two 14mm bolts that come right out, and then one 17mm right there, and then we'll worry about the two bottom ones after we get this little mount out. So let's go ahead and just pop these loose and move on to the next step. Two bottom bolts, they are also a 17mm. There's one there, and then there's one right back there. Now this little bracket I already took off. You can just move that to the side. There is a ground wire connected to it, but I just propped it up right between the ABS module and the power steering. Check it out, guys. Got the old one out. The bolt was, one of the bolts was really rusty, so I'm gonna have to clean that up and make sure it's good to go back in. But this mount is just destroyed. I mean, look at that. And you know, it's broken off. So got the new one here, old one in there, broken. So I'll get the new one put back in. Quick note, make sure that you have the bigger bracket up front, smaller bracket in the rear, and exactly how it came out. So just make sure you watch how you take it out and put it back in the same exact way. Okay, got the bolts in, and you're gonna want to torque these to 47. All the 17mm are 47 foot-pounds. I called the dealership and they gave me the torque specs over the phone. So 47 and 47, and then this side bolt is also 47. It's 17mm. I asked them for the torque specs of these smaller ones that are 14. They didn't have them, so I'm just gonna go tight with it. Not too tight, but you know, just tight. You don't want to break anything. Just make sure it's snugged up and not gonna go anywhere. Got everything torqued down. One thing to note, this bracket or engine mount was a little sideways to the bracket. That's because the old engine mount was allowing so much play. So I had to jack up the motor just a little bit more from the bottom, and it lined up pretty good. Tightened it down. Everything looks good. After you're all done, just set your reservoir back on the mount. It just slides on, slides right off, slides on. Pretty simple. There's a bracket down there as well that it slides onto. Everything looks good. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.